Welcome back to Let's Play DDO Permadeath.
The hobgoblins here do not seem hostile. In fact, their chief beckons you closer.
Right, it's time for the level 6 part of Tangleroot. Because of the wide level range of the Tangleroot quests, I will have spread out playing the quests over...
You have found the mouth of Splinter Skull. The shouts of hobgoblins echo from within.
over quite a number of levels. I won't be finishing the chain until level 9, and I think I started it at level 4. They're going to be widely spaced in the video recordings, that's for sure. I picked up a pretty nice repeating crossbow. It's the reward for the last quest I did. This is almost good enough to be my weapon against everything. It's got the Ghost Vein, and the acid is better than anything else I was carrying. I've still got my Keen Repeater as my main weapon against stuff that takes criticals though. Keen Heart Seeking. And as soon as I get onto oozes, the acid one is better. Of course, the trouble with spacing out the Tangleroot ones as much as I do is remembering which part you're on. I'm on the part with the all the witch doctors casting fire spells at the end. Have they changed something about the behaviour of the pets, I wonder? My dog seems a lot more aggressive about breaking boxes even when I haven't told him to now. Which is no problem in these quests, but might be a problem later on when, if there are quests where he mustn't break stuff. Once again, I'm going for maxing out my XP in this one. And I drop down to hard. I've been doing the whole Tangleroot chain on hard. I'll do a once through on elite later on. So after this quest, I think I have Red Willows to do. And then Red Willows, Bounty Hunter. And then I just have a choice of level 5s to clean up before I take level 9. Those wargs have a lot of hit points, more than the clerics. I think my pet bugged out. Jumping over here to drop the turrets before I hit the trigger line that pulls up the scorpions. Definitely the winning strategy in here. This part is pretty safe at this stage. It's the other side. Well, the inner fortress will be more dangerous, of course. Alright, that's the cleanup done. On to the action. As usual here, I'm going to fight out of line of the doorway. And as usual, my pet's going to try and die.
Not all of Whisperdoom's offspring are destroyed after all. Zulkash must have been breeding these freaks with his magic. Destroy them.
Ah, is this one with Whisperdoom's daughters? No, I'm sure I would have encountered one of the daughters already, if it was. Maybe the previous one was Whisperdoom's daughters. It was hardly worth dropping the flame turret for those guys, in fact. They were feeble enough that they didn't really need it. I'm starting to like this as a route around this quest, dropping off the ledge. I didn't used to do it that way. It's only doable, I guess, totally safely if you've got the spot to see the wargs on the ground. But if you can see them, then being able to drop off is quite handy. One thing very noticeable with this keen repeater is that my damage output is very variable. If I get a couple of crits, then I do a lot more damage than I do in a volley with no crits. Alright. Ransack, debilitation, and aggression. Yes, with Keen and Heartseeker on the same item, and doing about 2.5 times as much damage on the crits. Maybe 3 times as much. Alright, last 3 glass spiders should be at the entrance.
The lock on the door is... Your party has reached the inner stronghold. Use the entrance ahead to continue deeper into Splinter Skull. Whisper Doom's offspring are destroyed at last.
Alright.
You hear hobgoblin voices beyond the stronghold door. The guards must be ready for you.
Okay, things get a little more difficult here. Definitely resist fire in this one. The hobgoblin witch doctors tend to throw Scorching Ray, I think it is. Another tactic I've seen used in this quest quite well is to just run past the enemies and hide behind this battering ram. It makes reasonable defensive spot if you've got range damage. You can also fight round the corner here, get them one at a time. I've seen people do that well, but it doesn't seem necessary with range damage. Not sure if I need to be bothering with the crates actually.
Someone already engaged.
Maybe that optional. That bonus is not scoreable in this quest. The traps are worth getting, of course. I imagine I have a decent chance of getting the trap bonus.
The magical field in the room beyond is no more. The flesh render that was bound there before is gone.
Yes, I'm not generally a fan of the on-critical effect things on weapons. They rarely seem to have as good a payoff as having something that works every hit. But having both keen and heart-seeking on this crossbow certainly makes the crit damage impressive. Yeah, it really was dancing.
This doorway radiates magic and danger. Perhaps the hieroglyphs around it hint at a way through.
Alright, I think that's those two correct. These nice long hallways work well for the range damage. I forgot to see what the rune symbols were. Yeah, looks like I'm not getting any breakable bonus. Alright. I don't really need the shrine here. I will buff up though. There's a couple of threats in this room. Firstly, the boss will throw around fire damage, like the other casters in here. And there's also the dread zombies, which do a fair amount of damage in melee. And it's possible to get pinned if you position yourself badly, although you'd be unlucky to have that happen, I guess.
A deep, sonorous voice echoes deep within this chamber. You have found the Thane of Zulkash, the Bloodletter. Zulkash dies with the Devourer's name on his lips. As he falls, a key and a sheet of notes spill from his grave.
I did get a breakable bonus. I'll take that.
Splinter Skull Totem collapses into rubble. You feel the Thane's aura of evil dwindle away.
Alright, we'll skip the optional since it's a long way to run back. So, I'm 40,000 into level 9 now. So I'm approaching halfway through level 9.
The hobgoblins here do not seem hostile. In fact, their chief beckons you closer.
And that is the final part of Splinter Skull unlocked. Alright, I will go sell and repair there. See you in the next video.